They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. They're coming to get you, Barbara. They're coming to get
you, Barbara. Hello. Welcome to the holiday patron stream. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. I know I am. Tonight, all we're going to be talking about tonight is the new Halloween Kills extended cut. 2 hours. We're going to be exploring every second of that extended footage. I'm joking. Let's dive right into it. How's everybody doing tonight? The more he streams, the more he ascends. Yes, indeed. All right, here we go. Joining me tonight from the Flesh Wound Features YouTube channel, Dan. What's going on, Dan?
What's up? They're extending our misery, I guess.
How much longer is it supposed to be, the extended cut? Do we know?
I have paid no attention. I have no idea. However long, that long too much.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll be skipping that. But good to see you tonight, Dan.
Good to see you too.
Also joining me tonight, all the way from the UK, the real Fifth Beatle, Mike. What's up?
What's up, guys?
How are you?
I'm not bad, man. Not bad.
Yeah, it's good to see you. How are things in the UK?
Well, you know, we're just. I think we're getting ready to go for another lockdown. Omicron is happening. You know that they start to crank up the fear again, and who knows? You know, I'm fully expecting face masks to be a common sight in January again. Once again, never ending.
How's the weather over there? Are you guys getting wintry weather or what?
We don't tend to get White Christmas where I am. Maybe more in Scotland. But it's pretty much it's fairly cold. But you know, as hard to go out to you guys in Kansas. You know, for the weather in Kansas to make the news in the UK, it's going to be a fairly serious affair. And you know, the tornadoes that hit your state, Piz. You know. That made our news. That made our main news. You know, that was our mainstream news is like it's COVID, and then it was straight to Kansas. So that's an idea of how much of an impact those made worldwide. Because
it was it's the worst tornado to ever hit the state of Kentucky. I think they're saying that the body count's going to be north of 100 once it's all said and done, and the devastation's just incredible. I saw drone footage of one town, and I mean the town is gone. It's just rubble.
Yeah, it's bad.
It was pretty scary. But
how far is that from you?
I'm on the opposite side of the state, so all we got over here in the eastern part of Kentucky was bad winds and storms. We got some pretty heavy wind and some storms, but that was it. So we were pretty lucky.
Yeah. Heart goes out to anybody affected by that. It was surreal watching it on the news.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Also joining me tonight, we've got somebody new in the green room here. Mark, are you there? Well, hold on. We'll see if Mark is going to be able to join us or not. But
the killer already got to him.
I guess so. Yes, the killer is on this stream tonight.
It's the Drew Barrymore tonight. No.
There's Mark. What's up, Mark?
Sorry about that, Piz. It's really nice to join you. It's my first Patreon stream, so
yeah.
I'm really excited to be with you tonight. You and everyone else tonight.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's good to have you, and I'm glad that you, the killer didn't get you because he's here tonight.
I know. I was just doing dishes, so that was no fun. But I'm excited
No.
to get a reprieve from doing the dishes.
Well, how are you, man? This is your first patron stream. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, gosh, well, I discovered your channel not too long ago, and I just love I think we have very similar interests with slashers, and I have a lot of nostalgia for those. I go back to being a kid in the 80s and going to the mom and pop video store and walking by all the cover art. Those were the days of those VHS tapes. So love 80s slashers. And so I think during the pandemic, I really just dived into trying to see everything that I hadn't already caught. And you did some great streams about and videos about kind of overlooked 80s slashers. So I feel like that got me through some of the first wave of the pandemic.
Well, I'm glad. And speaking of video store memories based on your shirt,
Yes,
the classic big box Silent Night, Deadly Night
Nice.
VHS.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
So
that's a great find.
Yeah. But it's good to have you here, Mark. I appreciate it. And yeah, right on, man. Well, the holidays, of course, are right around the corner, and I hope you all are feeling the holiday spirit, that warm fuzziness that grows under your armpits. And no, that's a fungus. I'm sorry. The Christmas spirit, the Christmas spirit. Let's talk about like holiday movie traditions. I'm sure you guys are all rocking the holiday horror. Are there any other holiday films you guys add to the list other than the classics? Black Christmas, Silent Night, Deadly Night, so on and so forth, or even some more obscure holiday horror films? Because there's a lot of there. When you start digging around, there are a lot of Christmas-based horror films. Most of them look not great, but there's a lot out there.
I don't know if it's obscure anymore, but if you want one that's just fun, and I know a lot of wrestling fans didn't watch it because they had a particular feeling about the star, but Santa's Sleigh, that movie is very underrated. It's just fun, makes me laugh, and it's a yearly watch.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it and you think, it's kind of goofy, it's a lot funnier than you might expect. It's a good movie.
Yeah, I agree. It's a really fun movie. Jeremy and I were going to do a live commentary for it last year, but the disc messed up. The disc malfunctioned. So I just didn't replace it. But yeah, it's a really fun holiday horror comedy.
Yeah, it's a good candidate for a Vestron release, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Hopefully that can happen. It's also never Christmas until I see Jack Frost. That's become a yearly watch. I still remember losing my mind. Sunburst Video in Washington State, where I was living at the time, and I saw that cover and I just lost my mind. It's a killer snowman. How do you not love that?
Absolutely. Any traditions for you, Mark?
Let's see. Well, I love Black Christmas, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Those are the two that I look forward to the most every year of watching, and I feel that they both are getting better with each passing year. Black Christmas in particular, I just love the mood and atmosphere that it creates. And I remember when Fright Rags released the Black Christmas T-shirts. I remember at the time I wasn't a big fan of it. I just kind of gone into it, and I regret it because I haven't seen that print reappear on their T-shirt option. So I'm eager for that to return again. But Silent Night, Deadly Night also is just the one that I look forward to the most. You've been covering some movies that I've embarrassed, to my chagrin, I've missed. Don't Open Till Christmas, I didn't even hear about until you started promoting that one. And I also Christmas Evil. That one also has gotten better. I recently bought the Vinegar Syndrome. I live in Connecticut, and I had no idea that there's a Vinegar Syndrome retail shop in one of our larger cities called Bridgeport. And it truly was dumb luck. We were down in that part of the state, and I said, I want to find a retro video game shop or retro shop that might have horror stuff. And of course, the archive came up, and I just wandered in there, and this was like Christmas morning. And I feel foolish for not knowing already, but that was a really great store to experience. I walked away with a lot of stuff during that visit.
No, I bet. Yeah. But yeah, Christmas Evil is that's one that's been on my yearly list for a while. Just love that movie. Oh, such a good movie. And Don't Open Till Christmas. You can find edited versions of it on YouTube, and it's in its entirety. They cut out the nudity. The violence is all there. That's fine. a guy roasting on a chestnut fire is fine. Little flesh, can't go there. So, but oh yeah, it's such a mess of a movie, but it's so sleazy and so dirty and so I love it. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. So yeah.
It's something about the way those movies capture like the glow of the holidays, like the decorations too. Just like there's so much more tangible almost, like all the decorations around the sorority house and Black Christmas with the garland, the tinsel, the lights. It just gives off a different ambiance. And same for Christmas Evil, just the way he decorates his house and has all those old-fashioned toys in there. Maybe that's part of it. I remember like being a kid in the 80s and like the Disney Christmas specials and the cartoons and the animation. So that's kind of gets me in the spirit now that I'm a horror buff.
What about you, Mike? Any tradition, any Christmas traditions when it comes to movies?
In terms of movies, Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 and 2, Christmas Evil. But in terms of going away from like more mainstream stuff that maybe resonate with a UK audience, there's a 84 TV series called The Box of Delights, which is not horror, it's like fantasy. It's very much like pre-Harry Potter. It was like a weekly episodic series that ran from like late November up until Christmas Eve 84, set in like a sort of it was very much 1950s England, but not 1950s England, if you get what I'm saying. It was kind of like an alternative universe of 1950s England, with a kind of slightly creepy vibe, but a very much a Christmassy vibe. It was very wintry. It's got a big cult following in the UK. It's obviously never crossed the pond, but anybody watching of a certain age in the UK will know what I'm talking about. But in terms of like more mainstream, like in terms of the Christmas, I watched Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 last night and watched the first film the night before. And one thing I was good, I'll just bring it up now. I think Eric Freeman is great for part 2. He wouldn't have worked in part 1. And the guy, his name escapes me, he wouldn't have worked in part 2, but he works in part 1. If you get what I mean, it's like they kind of like yin and yang. They work in the films they're in, but I don't think those films would have been as effective if they played the role. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Eric Freeman's it's part 2 is kind of like slightly more cheesy, kind of like more like nudge, nudge, wink, wink. We know what we're doing, and he plays it up. Whereas the first film, I know it's a cheesy horror. It is quite cheesy, but he plays it as a kind of like a serious, almost, and he plays that role really well. And I don't think if they'd alternated the roles, it would have worked as well.
Oh no.
But yeah, they are just, but I love those two films, and anything after 2 doesn't exist in my head.
3 is okay. Well, let's see. I actually like the Toy Maker too. I would say give 3 a shot and give the Toy Maker a shot. I do want to give a shout out. Mr. Sam is in the chat, and he says that Sam and I loved Santa's Sleigh Slot for the first time this year. So shout out to Sam and Mr. Sam.
Yeah, another not a horror movie, but one that I was just recently covered by a friend that everybody forgets about, but it's actually a really funny movie, is Mixed Nuts with Steve Martin. I don't know if anybody's even seen it. It's like the 90s Christmas movie everybody's forgotten about, but it's...
I don't think I've ever Heard of it.
Yeah, you'll probably recognize the cover art. It was a theatrical film. But yeah, it's actually quite funny.
Yeah. I recognize the cover art. Absolutely. Yeah. Gosh, look at this cast. Steve Martin, Adam Sandler, Juliette Lewis, Liev Schreiber.
Yeah.
Wow.
Couldn't be made today. If you watch the trailer, definitely couldn't be made today, but it's unique. That's what kind of makes it particularly unique.
Gary Shandling, Parker Posey.
Yeah.
Interesting.
One of the only appearances of Steve Martin without the signature gray hair, too, which makes it a little odd.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah. I've seen some people mention, I saw one person mention Into All a Good Night. Are you a fan of that one, Dan?
You know, it's funny. When I was growing up, that's, of course, David Hess's only film that he directed. I never thought very highly of it, and I revisited it on Blu-ray a couple times in the last few years. And it's risen up a few notches for me. I actually think it's a pretty solid slasher. I don't think it's like elite level, but we did it on 12 Days of Slashmas last year, and it lasted a while.
I rewatched it just the other night because it's on Shudder, and I was like, I want to watch something Christmassy, but I'm not ready to dive into, Black Christmas and whatnot. It's like, hey, let's give this another shot. So it's the third time I watched it, and I was like, you know what? It's really rough around the edges, but it's kind of fun. And I mean, they waste no time with the slashing, and like there's hardly any build up to any of the slashings. It's just hey, I'm here in the garden smoking a cigarette. Oh, I'm dead. It's just like, oh, okay, it's gonna be that kind of slasher. But yeah, got some decent amount of sleaze, and yeah, I don't know. I had a good time with it.
You saw Advent Calendar, right? That's a new one that I like.
Loved the Advent Calendar. If you have Shudder, watch the Advent Calendar. This is hands down one. This is going to be on my favorite movies of the year list, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I really liked it a lot. So if you've got Shudder, look up the Advent Calendar, watch it.
Yeah. French horror film. It's not extreme per se, but it in a way, like there's some moments that like you would not see in an American film.
Right. Yeah. There's one moment in particular Lauren would like a lot.
Yeah, I think Lauren will like Advent Calendar.
Yeah. But yeah, I really, really like that movie. Looks like Dr. CZ Death, Mr. Sam saw it, liked it. Very nice. Yeah. Any other good movies you guys have seen recently?
I've been rewatching a lot of old ones for this month. Trying to think something new. Nothing new that's really blown me away recently. I'm going through, once I'm done Slashmas, anything that I missed so I can make my best of list for the year. I still need to watch The Medium, which is a Korean horror film on Shudder that I hear is pretty good. And In the Earth's another one I missed, although I hear that's not very good, but trying to hit those ones I missed so I can give a good end of the year review. But and I talked about Titane. Oh, I love
or Titane, or however they pronounce. I pronounce it Titane. Yeah. I talked about that one on the last Region Free episode. That one will probably be on my list of favorite movies of this year too. That movie blew my freaking mind. So that's another one.
I hope people will give it a chance. It is a very odd film, but if you stick with it, it's a lot going on there.
There is a lot.
It's not just random weirdness. It's not like just some art house movie that doesn't necessarily have any point to it. Yeah, but it's heavy. You got to sit down, take it all in.
What's going on, Jonathan?
Not a whole lot. Just hanging out.
How are you enjoying the holiday so far?
It's not bad. Not bad. I haven't watched a whole lot though.
Now I know you're a Kentuckian as well. Were you near the
pretty close?
Okay.
Yeah, like I guess about 20 miles south of here.
Oh wow! So you were within spitting distance, as they say around here.
Yeah, I mean not to the big Mayfield one, but like that one's a couple hours away.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you were in the alley, right?
Yes. It got pretty wild.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you.
Have you seen anything good? Well, you said you've not watched any real holiday movies lately. Have you seen anything else good lately?
Not really. I haven't been able to really watch anything. I did watch Jack Frost the other night though, which is classic. And I'm just getting ready for that Jack Frost 2 Blu-ray coming out from MVD. I got that sucker pre-ordered.
Killer Snowman in the Tropics.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think I like 2 better than the first one.
I may have to revisit it. I think I've only seen it once or twice and that was on like, Cinemax.
They used to play it all the time. That's the only one I had seen forever.
Mm-hmm.
Was the second one. I was so confused.
Yeah. But yeah, I've got the Blu-ray of Jack Frost out. I've just not watched it yet. It's on the list for sure. So
and, you better watch out. That's one I'm gonna have to watch again.
Yeah.
Better Watch Out. Oh, that's so good.
Yes.
I'm jealous of anybody who can see it for the first time because that twist. Yeah, it's Better Watch Out. It's a classic.
Don't sleep on it. I think it's on Shudder.
I think it was, at least. I know it was on there.
Mm.
You know, one, and it's not a good one, but I'm kind of surprised it hasn't gotten a Blu-ray yet, is Elves, the 1989 film. It's not good.
Yeah.
But, if you're having cheesy Christmas horror movie night.
I mean, that seems like one that would be right up Vinegar Syndrome's alley. What's going on with that? I don't know. I could see Vinegar Syndrome maybe even doing a 4K on that one.
That you might get Elves in 4K.
I could see Severin doing a release of that too. Surely somebody's been inquiring about the rights to that one. I can't imagine that one going under the radar. So
absolutely, Grizzly Adams fighting evil elves. You gotta love it.
Yeah. We were talking about the Scream 5 poster before the stream started. That's why I mentioned in the chat that the killer is on the stream, because that's the tagline for this new Scream poster. The killer is on the poster.
Oh Jesus!
And like it's the entire.
There's 14 people on the poster. So.
Yeah, the entire cast is on the poster, and Ghostface is looming above all of them. So yes, the killer is on the poster. But it's kind of like I guess it's like an ode to the floating head classic Scream movie posters, you know what I mean? Where everybody's, striking the pose, like the serious face, like we could be the killer, the internet blew up over it for some reason. The internet dumped in their pants over it. And I was just like, it's a poster, just a poster. So I don't know. I know that some people are just they seem over the moon about this movie. Like they're really hyped about Scream 5 or just Scream, whatever it's officially called. What say you guys? Are you guys hyped for it? Are you going to watch it? Do you not care? What about you, Mark?
Definitely going to see it when it comes out. I struggled with the first trailer. I was really, my pulse was racing. I was ready to dive into it. I felt it revealed a lot, but I didn't feel the traction with it. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to withdraw from details and resurface when it debuts. I was getting really in the mood again for Scream because our a horror convention in our state brought in both Skeet Ulrich and one of the other actors, and it was a really different forum. They did not go up on the stage. They walked around with the audience. They really spoke from the heart about it. So I was getting super nostalgic for the original, and it was all laid up for me to love the number 5. But I just
was it Matthew Lillard, the tall guy?
100%. It was really impressive. The horror convention posted the full panel on YouTube, which that was a really great way to capture the moment. And those guys were terrific. They really went into the experience and where they were in their lives when they filmed it. They talked about Wes Craven in ways that moved them to tears, moved me to tears. So it was I don't know, it really made me appreciate where they're at in their lives. They're in very good places, I think, reflecting on the earlier roles they did and where they are now as fathers.
That's cool. Yeah, I was at a convention where they were both at. I don't know why I didn't try, go go up to meet either one of them, but it was funny because Lillard was like right in the mix. He was like right there with people talking and very, you know, and like I was looking around like, where's Skeet Ulrich? And he was like sitting in the corner like that. So I don't know, maybe he was tired, I don't know, but you know, Lillard was just all energy and like, you know.
Lillard had an entire conversation with my nephew. It's a little nervous, one of his first conventions, and had a whole conversation with them as Shaggy. Just did the voice, talked to him for like good 10 minutes. And Lillard's cool. Lillard's a nice guy. I've never met Skeet though.
No, I know he does have a thing, Lillard, when it comes to conventions. If there's someone in the line who's handicapped, they come right to the front of the line. So I think that's cool. That's cool for him. Yeah. Jonathan, are you hyped for Scream 5?
Man, at some point, like, why do people still hang out with Sidney Campbell? That's what I can't get over. Is like, how have these people made it 5 movies? Like, I'm over it.
I tweeted that out the other day. Like, you know, if you're Sidney Prescott, at what point do you just move to Siberia?
I just, Nev Campbell. I just realized what I did.
It's like everybody, like you survive. Everybody around you dies. They're doomed by association. And I was surprised by the number of people who took that tweet seriously and were like, Sydney is a fighter. She doesn't run. I was like, oh, Jesus. It's a joke, man. Come on. It's like, yes, she fights. She needs to teach the people around her to fight too, because they all die. You know? I don't know.
We need a Rocky music montage preparing for Ghostface.
We do, yeah.
In this one.
Or like a Cobra Kai thing where she's in the backyard, like teaching them how to fight, and they're all lined up, you know. Yeah.
The only thing that could like win me back over is if there's a storyline where Dewey has become a professional wrestler in his spare time.
Nice.
That would be. I want to see Ghostface take a thumbtack spot.
Exactly. Right?
Or here you go. We get the Kaiser Soze end where everybody's dead. And Dewey's telling the story of what happened. And then at the end, Dewey starts limping away. And then he turns around and he straightens up because he's had that surgery. That he walks away and, you know, we know, oh my God, it's Dewey. That's what I want.
Yeah. I really hope the trailer is all just not at all what the movie's going to be. And then
I think that'd be a great twist. I think it'd be a great twist.
I would not be shocked. I know a lot of people have speculated about that, and that's kind of my feeling. You're going to get the opening, and it's going to be something totally different.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Yeah.
I really hope so. I hope they, like we were talking about before the stream started, if it's just another straightforward slasher movie, why bother? There's got to be some kind of twist or turn, or there's got to be, you know, my idea was to make it super meta and bring all the cast back, and the killer's stalking the real cast now, and you know,
like a New Nightmare kind of deal.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And they can talk about how being in that film affected them personally. They can talk about, you know, I had a stalker, you know, it helped my career, but then it stopped helping my career. Then I had a stalker. Then I had blah, blah, blah. I mean, it could have, I don't know. I feel like they could have done a lot with that super meta approach, but maybe they are. I don't know. Because I kind of think that there were a lot of parts of that trailer that just, I mean, the one part in the trailer looked like it was just a copy of the first movie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know.
If it's meta, I just want to see David Arquette hit Ghostface with the WCW title belt.
Yes.
That's got to happen.
I want to see him climb to the top of the cage and come off with the elbow. Yeah.
What are you looking at, squirrel nuts?
Oh, we got some super chats rolling in. Thank you, Lobkey Vision Films. I'm so afraid that the new Scream will end up being the new Scream 2, like Halloween 2018 was to Halloween 78, but we don't find out until you see it. Now, actually, didn't the... I believe I'd heard that one of the filmmakers admitted that all of the films are canon. So all of the sequels are canon. It's all there. So that's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not.
I heard the same thing, I think. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. And here's our old pal, Nico. Nico, hey, Piz, Pats and pals. Happy holidays. Chicken pot pie cooking. All right. Nice. Nice. Hope you're doing well, Nico. Hope you're having a good holiday season. Chicken pot pie sounds pretty good. It's filling. It's warm. It warms you from the inside out. I like that. But thanks, Nico. Hope you're doing well, man. Cool. Yeah. David Arquette. How has he survived four Scream movies? I don't know. Are you excited for Scream 5, Mike?
Well, I'll just reiterate what I said before the stream started. Go full meta. Your idea, totally, Piz. I'm just going to totally steal off you. It's the 25th anniversary, 2021 reunion, isn't it? 25th anniversary of Scream. You bring a reunion back, take them all back to Woodsboro, or the set at least, set a killer loose, and just go with that. Mm-hmm. It's not rocket science. Bring Keith Ulrich back, bring Matthew Lillard back, bring Randy back.
Well, apparently Stu's house is right there on the poster.
Okay.
So
but it's not rocket science. Just will that be more popular than another generic sequel? I would argue yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree. Jeff, what's up, man?
What's up?
How are you doing?
What's up, Jeff?
Good.
Jeff, you've lost some pounds, man.
Yes.
I didn't recognize Jeff. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you look like a new man.
Lost 60 pounds.
Oh, good job, man. Congratulations.
For work. About a year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well done.
Just when they take away the 205 Live belt, man, you're ready to win that shit.
But how have you been, Jeff? You doing good?
Yeah, can't complain.
Can't complain. All right, good. You excited for Scream 5?
No.
I like
Correct,
that straight.
correct answer.
I like that straightforward, just simple. No.
I want that on the movie poster. Are you excited for Scream 5?
No.
No.
Yeah. No. Oh goodness. It's good to see you, Jeff.
Me too. Good to see you.
The extended cut of Halloween Kills dropped yesterday, something like that. Who has seen the extended cut and what is extended? Does anybody know?
No.
I have not. The theatrical cut was long enough for me. I don't need to see any more of it. I'm just curious as to what is in that extended footage.
Have they said what it is, or
no? I've not heard. I've not heard.
Thanks, Orc.
Not heard. So yeah, the ending. That's right. It's supposed to have the original ending. Okay. The better ending, actually. Well,
I don't know. It's going to take some heavy convincing to get me to watch an extended cut. But.
Yeah, I know what the original ending was supposed to be. It was better than what we got, but I don't think I need to buy the extended cut to see it, though. I'm good. I think there's an alternate ending and scene. Oh, that's right. Nick Castle's scenes as the shape were cut. So yeah. That's not enough to get me to buy it, honestly.
No.
So not enough for me. Do you have any holiday movie traditions, Jonathan?
Christmas Vacation, man. I gotta watch that like 30 times in the month of December.
Grace, she died 30 years ago.
What about you, Jeff? Any holiday movie traditions for you?
I just watched Black Christmas, and the first Silent Night, Deadly Night.
The 2019 remake. You're a big fan of it, I understand, right?
I like the 2006. It's okay. It's pretty
Yeah.
bad. It's okay. It's better than the remake, though. Definitely.
Yeah, there we go. Oh God.
That's gained. That seems to have gained more popularity since the 2019 version, because nobody liked that movie, and then when 2019 came out, I was like, you know what? This is actually a decent film.
2006 is a lot of fun. I mean, I think the original is like a stone cold classic, so it's hard to live up to that. But 2006 is a good slasher. It's creepy. It's unique. Yeah.
But I mean, Mike's right though. I mean, for many years, it was absolutely hated. It was probably just as hated as the 2019 film was for a number of years, and then people started to kind of come around to it. And
you got Friday 5 syndrome,
Yeah. So
it's an unusual movie. The director Glenn Morgan also did the Willard remake before that, which tanked and sent him into like a really deep depression, like really, really bad. And I when I revisit Black Christmas, I'm like, man, I kind of like House of Wax. I think it was because of Paris Hilton for some reason with that one, and people just crapped on it. It's actually really fun, and I hope more people revisit it. It should hopefully get a new Blu-ray at some point, and I think you'll start to see a lot of fans come out of the woodwork for Black Christmas 2006.
Yeah, I would love to have the director, Glenn. You just mentioned his name, Glenn
Morgan.
Glenn Morgan. I'd love to have him on the channel to talk about Willard and
Destination.
What's that?
Did he do Final Destination, or is that
he was a producer on those?
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured.
So I mean, he'd have a lot to talk about, and I think it'd be interesting to hear if he wanted to reopen the wound of Black Christmas and Harvey Scissorhands and all that jazz. So it'd be an interesting conversation.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
X-Files as well, so he's got a lot of different fans.
That's familiar. Sounds familiar, that name.
We're getting to the end of the year, and I'm sure you all are putting together your lists of favorite movies and physical media releases of 2021, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Do you want to, Dan, share with us a couple of your favorite movies this year so far?
Saint Maud is definitely going to rank either at the top or near the top. We'll see when I tally everything up. I love Saint Maud. I thought it was fantastic. Some could argue whether it's a straight horror film, but Titane, as we talked about earlier, I think is an amazing movie. I would also throw out Censor. It's fantastic. I really liked Censor. Gaia is another one that I liked quite a bit. 2021, I think, is going to go down as a year where theatrical horror, at least wide release theatrical horror, kind of failed for the most part, for me anyways. There was a lot of bad this year. While 2020, I liked almost everything. I mean, most everything I saw in 2020 was pretty damn solid, if not fantastic. It's not as going to be as hard to make the list this year. These are the top 5, and that's about it. But I hope people do check out Gaia and Censor and some of those, because this year was not great for theatrical horror for the most part. Halloween Kills, Candyman. I know there's people in the chat that like those. Don't
I like Candyman.
I know you do, but yeah, for me, no.
Nico mentions The Stylist in the chat. Does anybody else see The Stylist that came out this year?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah.
I liked Malignant.
Malignant?
Yeah, that was interesting. I was shocked. Yeah.
What are Mark? What are some of your favorite movies from this year, man?
I've actually been writing down the selections that have been offered, because I also have not felt drawn to a lot of what's been released. I really enjoyed the Child's Play series. I felt that it gave me renewed interest in some of the more recent Child's Play movies, I hadn't seen anything past number 3, and maybe I saw Cult of Chucky, but I didn't really have a strong feeling about the series as a whole. And that series came out of nowhere to really draw me in. I especially liked Chucky. I thought that the voice and everything. So I have a lot of catching up to do. I think I'm going to create a new Christmas tradition and watch all these movies that I'm behind on.
Well, if you have Shudder's got, I think, most of them. So
yeah.
And Guy has been on my list for a while. Is that streaming anywhere that you know of, Dan? You've muted yourself, Dan.
Sorry about that. My dogs were barking. Gaia, I don't know about streaming. I was a little disappointed because it was DVD only. So kind of hoping that like a Vinegar Syndrome gives it the censor treatment. Maybe we'll get a Blu-ray from somebody. But I like that one quite a bit. There's one called, I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen it pop up on some friends' lists called Come True that IFC put out that I'm told I do need to check out, that it's pretty good. There's another one called Sator. I think that's how you say it. I haven't watched it yet.
That one's on my list of favorite movies this year. I really liked Sator.
Okay.
Really liked it.
I still need to check that out. That's still on my list, so might make it then.
And it is on Shudder. It kind of reminded me a little bit of The Dark and the Wicked from last year, but I think a little darker and dirtier than The Dark and the Wicked. Not quite as good as The Dark and the Wicked, but I liked it a lot, nevertheless.
Yeah, and I love Dark and the Wicked, so if it's even half as good as that, it's worth your time.
Yeah, still have to see that.
Yeah. Mike, what's some of your favorite movies from this year, man?
There weren't many, to be fair. I don't think it was a great year in terms of more mainstream stuff. Malignant obviously is up there. Love Malignant. It's ridiculous, but it's fun. And talking of ridiculous and fun, Escape Room 2. Yeah. I think the Escape Room franchise. I think the Escape Room franchise could be the Final Destination franchise of the 2020s. I just think it's just so much. It's such a good time. In terms of disappointments, Conjuring 3 was just fucking atrocious. I hated that film so much. Old, one of the most bizarre films I've ever seen. The dialogue was just Jonathan, see a psychiatrist. the dialogue is just excruciating. The Night House, everybody raves about this film. I didn't like The Night House.
I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I love it.
I thought it was okay. And wrapping up with Halloween Kills, it's kind of like I love part of it and hate part of it. It's just the first 10 minutes, man. The first 10 minutes of that movie are just gorgeous. I just love the first 10 minutes. And then it just does its own thing. And finally, there's Someone Inside Your House, a movie that is more woke than Black Christmas 2019. Ooh. Just insanely woke. If you've not seen it, check it. It's if you've seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Insane and awful as well. That's it. I'm done.
Okay. Jeff, you got any favorite movies from this year other than Malignant?
That's pretty much all I've seen.
Okay.
I actually watched Ghostbusters Afterlife and then movies though. So
you liked it?
I loved it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Overall I had like some issues, but I thought Afterlife was really good. Yeah. I had my issues, but arguably the best of the sequels. Even 2, which I think everybody prefers that original cast, but two's not a fantastic movie. No, it really isn't. It's got its issues.
It's got issues.
I saw that when I was 5 in the movies. So it's kind of like guilty pleasure, I guess. Yeah.
Mm.
Sort of.
Got Christian in the house watching. What's up, Christian? We've got Stingray here watching too. Stingray, hop on if you can. What about physical media releases? We've had some good physical media releases this year. Any stick out to you as top of the bops, Dan?
I just actually got in the Kindred recently, which looks beautiful. That was certainly a title top 10 or so of stuff that just hadn't come out. One that I'm still struggling with because it's like $200. It's ridiculously expensive. Is that full car box set? I want it really, really bad, but $200, and I own some of those already, so it's kind of tough. The price tag's not adding up for me, but it was a great year for physical media. And well, not in terms of sales, but in terms of the quality of the releases. I would Cold War Creatures was a good box set. The Sam Katzman films. A lot of the box sets just kill me lately because they come so there's like a new giant set every month, and it's hard to keep up with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anybody else favorite physical media releases of this year?
I've got that Kindred set coming in at some point.
Yeah,
I think that's probably going to be the number one if I had to guess.
Mine is on the way, and I finally got my notification from Vinegar Syndrome. My Vinegar Syndrome stuff's on the way. Nice. So,
yeah. What did you end up grabbing
from Vinegar Syndrome? I got the Trauma release, Argento's Trauma. Mm-hmm. I got Resurrection, and that was it. I wish I would have gotten. There was one more. Creature. I may go back, and when the site is back up, pick up Creature. Have to pay the full price for it, but still get it because I remember loving it as a kid. But I was like, Creature or Trauma. I'll just get Trauma because I know it's not great, but
everything I've heard is that Creature looks
incredible.
Amazing. Like you're seeing it for the first time, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's one of those readily available titles that was on a bunch of discount bin sets. So people have seen it, people have it, but it was worth the upgrade for me. I'm kind of curious. In terms of Alien knockoffs, I'm an easy mark. Forbidden World, Galaxy of Terror, all that I eat up. So
yeah.
Should have it in a couple days. Mine shipped out as well.
Ben Grimm brought up the Demons 1 and 2 4K set. Mm-hmm. Is that worth the extra money over the Blu-ray? Does anybody know?
I've seen both. It depends on your setup. Do you have a widescreen 4K television?
Oh yeah,
and surround sound.
Yeah,
then I would say it's. And if you're a big fan of those movies, if you have to have those movies in the best,
I've actually never seen them.
You've never seen? No. Okay,
yeah.
In that case, I would just go ahead and go all out and get the 4Ks.
Yeah,
because you're not gonna. It's not going to be a purchase where you go, oh man, these movies both suck. I wish I had.
You will definitely love them, Jonathan.
Yeah, Demons, the first Night of the Demon, or the first Demons, I'm sorry, is just incredible.
I love Demons.
Yeah.
I gotta brush up on my Italian horror.
But yeah, just go ahead, just go with the 4K. Since you've never seen it, you got the widescreen 4K TV, you got the surround sound. Go for the best that's out there. So.
Yeah, literally doing it right now.
I think it's like $52 on Amazon last I looked. So
yeah,
2 movies,
so. $54.
Okay, yeah,
it'll be here Thursday.
Yeah, if you don't already own it, you can't go wrong.
Amazon has spoiled me on shipping, by the way. Like I can't stand to order from Vinegar Syndrome and wait a month for a shipping notification, but I get it.
You've been hit by the pay and for too. I know we talked.
Oh my god, they got to quit doing that. They have to. Hamilton Book is going to own my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get those emails where it's like, you know, new arrivals at Hamilton Book, and I'm just like, oh God, I need to unsubscribe. You know, take me off this mailing list.
That's $3 off. I have to buy it now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, paying for when you do it multiple times.
I got a rule, bud. I got one. You get one. Make it count.
Yeah.
When that one's over, you can get another.
Anybody else favorite physical media releases of this year?
Of this year, I haven't looked at anything really.
I'll throw a couple out there while you guys are thinking. The Second Sight release for The Guest was incredible.
Oh yeah,
incredible. Great. It's just a beautiful looking release. But then I mean, you know, the 4K picture quality, the extras. It's just a gorgeous release. The Phantom of the Mall release from Arrow. The Lake Mungo Second Sight release was killer. Second Sight has dropped a lot of good stuff this year. Second Sight really
nice.
Last Action Hero 4K was amazing.
Great movie.
Yeah, one of the better looking 4Ks, I will say. I know, irregardless of your thoughts on the movie, that looks.
It desperately needed an upgrade. They did a great job with it.
Great movie too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
I think it all depends on how old you are when it came out.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
He was perfect for me. I was like 7 or 8, maybe.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Oh yeah.
Loki wants to know, is The Kindred good as a blind buy? It's kind of pricey, but it's worth it if it's a good movie.
It's a hard question to answer because I realize like $50 is a lot.
Yes.
For a movie. I can say that I think it is a really good film. I don't think it's overhyped. If you like monster movies, I can safely say you will enjoy it, but I don't know, a lot of people have asked me that. $50 is a lot. I was on the fence.
I'm looking at
it day one.
If I don't like it, it's so limited. I'm sure I could get my money back out of it. So
that's true too. I mean, you can here's my kind of rule of thumb is see if you can find the movie streaming somewhere or even on YouTube, even if it's a crappy quality, just watch it. And if you like the movie that way in crappy quality, imagine how much you're going to like it on like a 4K restoration or a, super fancy Blu-ray for whatever. So and I mean the $50, I held off as long as I could, but then I did pull the trigger on it. And Jonathan's right. I mean, some of these releases when they go out of print, I mean, good Lord, like some of the Vinegar Syndrome stuff, some of the Scream Factory stuff that's out of print now. I mean, that's a car payment. If you sell it, that's a car payment. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that Slumber Party Massacre 2 and 3 double pack. That was what, like $15 when it was first out. You can sell that thing for $200, $300 now.
I just don't understand where these people were. Like this stuff was out forever.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted it, like pay $10 for it when they clearance it out.
Well, and a lot of these places will let you know, like, hey, if you want this title, get it now because it's going out of print.
That is one thing I do like about Scream Factory. They constantly do that, and they usually mark everything down. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get to the point where I'm not obsessed with having like everything from a company. I have pretty much everything from Vinegar Syndrome, but I'm other than the last few months. But like you look at some like Rad. I like that movie. It's not one I'll revisit, just it's not my genre. But my God, what that was going for.
I loved that.
If you have it and the slipcase is in good condition,
yeah.
Oh my God. The thing about Vinegar Syndrome too is their slipcases are like just the slipcase alone, you can sell that thing for $50 or $100 depending on the title. Just the slipcase.
I legitimately do not understand some people in this community. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, you can sell like the disc is broken, the case is broke, but the slipcase is in pristine. The slipcase is in pristine condition. $100.
The only one that I really, really, really want is the Jack Frost one.
Oh, I've got
That thing
it's around
is
somewhere.
gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lenticular slipcover break me, man. Like all you got to do is make it fun to look at.
I wonder. Let's look up Jack Frost Vinegar Syndrome on eBay. See how much that's going for now with the slipcase.
Now would be the time to sell it if you wanted to.
Well, I mean, the Vinegar Syndrome Blue by itself is going for more now. I mean, in 2 weeks, there's going to be another release of it.
But it's not the Vinegar Syndrome release, and that's the thing. Like, we got another release of Rad, but
if it still goes up, I'm just going to sell my Jack Frost and buy the MVD one. It only makes sense.
Yeah.
So the lowest I see Jack Frost with the slipcover is $125.
Damn,
that is lower than I thought.
That's a little bit lower than what I thought too. It might be damaged or something. I don't know. I didn't look into it.
That's
but that was
easily their best slipcover.
It's a good slipcover. Well, I mean, the Rad's is good too because Rad had the lenticular.
Yeah,
and then on the back of it, it had some kind of colorful stuff going on back there too. So,
hey, Rad paid for my Black Friday haul that year. So
yeah, that's like that's a mortgage payment at one point. That was insane.
You know what really kind of got under my skin though? Do you remember like a few months after that, we totally found like a bunch more in the back.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
Pulling the Charlie band there.
Yeah, the Charlie band. Yeah. We found these boxes. They were under my couch for the past 30 years, and
whoops.
Yeah, oopsie daisy.
Wizard big box originals.
Yeah. Just look how yellowed the cardboard looks. I mean, isn't that proof enough?
Yeah, there's totally not artificial dust on here. Look at that. No, I did not smoke directly over top of it.
Kangaroo Video original big box.
Let's see. People are talking about the Silent Night, Deadly Night. So is Silent Night, Deadly Night the Scream Factory collector's editions? Are those sold out now too?
That would have been recent if it is, but
they're sold out on Amazon. I noticed that.
Nico mentions the Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 Blu-rays from Scream Factory. Those are crazy expensive.
Yeah, man, I'm so glad I got those when I did.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah, I've still got the old Anchor Bay Red Cross box set that they had to take off.
Oh, that's so
shelves.
cool.
Me too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Any of you guys?
I never did get this. Sorry.
So, any of you guys got the Friday the 13th or Halloween novels? They go for crazy money.
Oh yeah,
like £100, like UK money.
Yeah,
they are so hard to get hold of.
I've got part 3, which I got really lucky. I found it online for relatively cheap. I've got part 6, 3 and 6 are the ones that I have for Friday the 13th, and I've got 2 and 3 for Halloween, and those now go for a pretty penny.
Because I also got Halloween 3, the novel, on eBay at an absurdly low price. I think I paid $18 for it in pretty good shape. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Hey, you did good.
I'm sure it's a late edition or something about it, but I just was excited to be able to read it. I love Halloween 3, so that was
the part where in the novel where the bugs come out of the little kid's head. It's good. It's good in the novel too because there's a little bit more graphic in the novel. So.
In the novels, is it always from the perspective of, it's never from the perspective of Michael or Jason, I'm assuming.
Now yes, occasionally they will shift to Jason's perspective. Yeah,
that's interesting.
I'm trying to remember part 6. I've not fully read part 6, but I know in part 3 they do. They'll shift to Jason's perspective. That's
interesting.
What I love even more than that is like in the Jaws novelizations where they switch to the shark's perspective.
That's the money right there, man. It's the shark.
Yeah, it's like at the beginning of part 2, you're not in the shark's perspective, but the narrator's telling you, like, while the shark's swimming around before it eats those 2 people that are taking pictures, like she's hungry. She's hungry because she's got pups inside of her. So it kind of gives her, she's hungry. She's got babies inside of her. So
it humanizes the shark.
It humanizes the shark. So, and then in part 4, the shark doesn't understand why it's killing people. Because it's being controlled.
Why do I keep doing this?
By a voodoo priest. A voodoo priest is what lured it from the cold waters of Amity all the way down to the Bahamas. And the shark doesn't understand why. The shark is a victim too in Jaws 4. So, Dan, are you having to bow out?
Yeah, I gotta go. Gotta go take care of some business. But gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, right out, Dan. Take care, man.
We'll see you.
I'll see you.
Nice meeting him.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, cool.
Sort of
Dan,
like Hills Have Eyes 2, the dog perspective.
Oh,
Is
geez.
that kind of like that? Maybe
not quite
exactly, but I don't know.
Quite, but it's yeah. Oh my God, Hills Have Eyes too. Not Wes Craven's finest moment, that's for sure. What y'all think about that new Texas Chainsaw Massacre trailer?
Is it so?
The video game I'm excited about.
The video game, the trailer for the video game looks better than the trailer for the movie.
Much better.
Yeah.
It's in Netflix, right?
Yeah, I think the problem is
Go
to Netflix.
they dropped the trailer for the film and the video game at the same time. I was confused. I was like, is there a film or is there a video? Because I saw, because they dropped on the same day. I was like, so what is it? Is it a video game? Is it a film? Is it both? I don't know. And when you type in Texas Chainsaw Massacre on YouTube, like the new trailer, it's like, it's not even like the first results. You have to scroll down, for me anyway, I had to scroll down about 8 results to get the new trailer, which is unusual. You'd think it would be like, front and center. But I've seen rumors that this could be bullshit, but that Leatherface is going to be going into society and he's going to be taking his mask off. Is that true?
So the plot, and this is going to be spoilery, but the plot, it's a direct sequel to the first film, and Leatherface has been socialized. He is just a normal guy now, an old man.
He's Greg.
Sure. Something happens and he snaps and becomes old Leatherface again. But he's been living as just a normal, ordinary guy for the past 40 plus years.
So it's set in the modern day then?
Yes, modern day.
Okay.
The plot is also supposed to involve some current socio-political topics.
Where that's gonna go.
So Leatherface, something happens, Leatherface snaps, and he starts doing his thing again. So
I'm out.
So I don't know. I'd mentioned this before, but I mean, I almost think it going to Netflix might be a good thing, because I mean, it seems like they can get away with more on Netflix than they could if they tried to do a theatrical release of it, as far as the violence and stuff is concerned. So, and I mean, Netflix is in how many people's homes across the country, across the world? I mean, it's going to be far more accessible that way than even if it was like, in the theater and on VOD at the same time. So
true.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad move that's going to Netflix. But the test screenings for it, if they can be trusted, were very bad. Like the test screenings were really bad.
Did they say why, or?
Not without going into spoilers, but it's so the test screenings were pretty bad, and they probably did reshoots, and maybe they improved some things, I don't know, but Leatherface has been just a regular normal guy for the past 40 plus years. He's that guy behind you at the bank. He's that guy at the grocery store getting all the You know,
I'm curious to know what, after 40 years of normal existence, what triggers him to go, and what socio. If they're going down that route, what is it that triggers him into
a death? A death triggers him.
Okay.
A death triggers him.
Okay, I'll accept it. But when he goes to live a normal life, he still does everything in someone else's face. Like he's just at the bank, at the grocery store.
But see, wouldn't that be great though? Because he's got like businessman Leatherface face when he goes to the bank. He's got like, you know, grocery shopping Leatherface face when he's at you know, Kroger. He's got a different face for different
occasions. And
exactly. Yeah. Now that's the movie I want to watch. Like Leatherface opens a closet and like there's just all these faces there, you know. Here's my going to the doctor face, you know.
It already has a mask on it.
Exactly, yeah. And all of his masks have masks on them. Yeah. Man, we're writing the next Leatherface movie right now.
That sounds better than the one they made.
They'd probably give us some money on that.
Probably.
Oh, geez. So yeah, that's gonna be I think it's coming out in what, February? Is that right? I think it was. I think the trailer's in February. Yeah, I don't something like that. But
it's very vague. The trailer's very vague. I mean, it doesn't really give anything away at all.
Yeah, it doesn't. No, it really doesn't. So, and the trailer for the game looked good. I mean, it's from the same people who did the Friday the 13th game, so it's going to be. Seems like it's going to be the same kind of like survival horror. Yep, so I mean, if you were into the Friday the 13th game, cool. You know,
we'll get half of it, and then they'll quit creating stuff for it.
Exactly. Then there'll be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre lawsuit that'll go on for 20 years, and yeah. But what I think might be cool about it is that you can play not only as Leatherface, but you can play as like Chop Top. You could play as the cook. You could play as, the hitchhiker, or imagine playing as like Matthew McConaughey's character from The Next Generation.
Oh, could you imagine that?
Oh my God.
Sally. What about Sally?
Well, yeah, you would. Did you play Friday the 13th, the game, Jeff?
Yes.
Okay. So there'd be like everybody would be like a hippie. Oh, could you imagine being Franklin? Oh man!
Oh God, it's got to be in there.
You know he's got. He's got to be in there somewhere. And like one person will end up being the killer, and you can pick Leatherface. You can pick the different Leatherfaces or Chop Top, or it could be really fun.
Christian,
sounds cool.
Dennis Hopper would be like the Tommy Jarvis of this game. You could call in Dennis Hopper.
Nice.
I love that. Can you imagine? He comes in. He's got two chainsaws. He's like spouting like scripture while he's like oh my God, I'm the Lord of the harvest.
Yeah, sign me up for that.
Yeah, if that's how it's going to be, I may have to, but it's only going to be on like the PlayStation 5 and the new gen console. So if you're lucky enough to be able to have tracked one of those down, or you want to pay a scalper $1,200 for one,
It'll be on PC, I'm pretty sure. I hope so.
It'll be on PC. Yeah, it'll be on PC.
What about PS4? No,
it's not going to. It's only for the current gens.
The low ones,
which nobody owns.
Exactly. Yeah, which you can't find anywhere. So, and Kane Hodder is doing the mocap for
Scout Taylor Compton's in it.
Oh, really? Scout Taylor Compton. That's an odd choice.
Scout Taylor Compton's an odd choice for anything.
Cool. I don't know. We'll see how that turns out. I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see some actual gameplay footage. That's what I want to see. Anybody pick up that Krampus 4K?
Nope.
Not for $30, man.
I already have it on Blu-ray, so.
See, I thought I had it on Blu-ray too, and I went back to look for it the other day. I can't find it. I don't know what happened to it. So I was like, well, crap, I wanted to watch it, but I don't. Maybe I just dreamed that I owned it on Blu-ray. I don't remember.
I got it on Blu-ray from the Dollar Tree.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I may have to go look at my local Dollar Tree see if they've got it. If not, I'll just have to settle for one of the bad Krampus movies they have there, I'm sure.
You know they have
There's so many.
You know they got them all, yeah. But yeah, Mark, did you get the new Krampus 4K?
I did not, but I'm glad to hear you describe the Dollar Tree store. I was worried that you were still traumatized from those dollar purchases you made there. I've never seen you be so dismayed in a video watching those.
House Shark still haunts me. But I'll venture back in there. Okay, eventually I'll venture back into the Dollar Tree. But yeah, I don't know. God, that House Shark movie was good Lord.
I'm just gonna do my really, really bad impression of Piers Nigo. It's just my favorite quote from that review you did. This is 2 hours long. That was really bad. That was a really bad impression of Piers, but it's just
literally, what kind of sick individual makes a movie called House Shark 2 hours long? Literally, there's 15 minutes of content in that movie, and the rest of it is just crap. 2 hours, man. 2 hours. Oh my God. Oh.
You've done some good interviews with serious, film directors. I wonder maybe you could bring on the House Shark
and just yell at him. Yeah, that'd be it. First question: what were you thinking? First question would be, "I hate you." That's the first question. Question 1: I hate you. Second question: what were you thinking?
Third question: how dare you?
Yeah, exactly. Fourth question: get the hell out of here.
No more interview.
Yeah, interview over.
It's just a serious question. Like, Lorne probably would be best to answer this, but like, where is the financial benefit of making a film like House Shark?
Same way we Bowl made all those movies, I'd say.
Like, how much money are they making from making that film?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I don't know.
The actors must be getting paid. I
don't think they got paid. But yeah, I don't know.
Where is Lorne anyway?
Lorne is I'm sure wrapping presents, singing Christmas carols, probably caroling throughout the neighborhood. Knowing him, I'm sure he's caroling.
Yeah, what's tonight? Oh, no, he's not watching wrestling tonight. It's Tuesday.
No, it's Tuesday. He's out caroling, I'm sure. But yeah, I don't know. Piers thought he had Krampus Blu-ray last year too. Yeah, I think I've had it for a long time, but apparently I don't. So, jeez.
I watched it already this year.
You did what? I'm sorry.
I watched Krampus already this year on Blu-ray. Yeah, so it's a yearly thing for me. So yeah,
I saw it in the theater and I liked it enough to buy it on Blu-ray, but I've never really wanted to sit down and rewatch it until like this year. Now I can't find the thing, so I don't know what happened to it. So I don't know. No idea. Anything else on your all's minds? What are your all's Christmas plans this year? You're gonna have the family event. You're gonna do like a small thing. What's the plans?
Well, assuming we're allowed to mix, because I think we're just gonna escape lockdowns in the UK, because last year it was kind of like go around to your families but wear masks, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Sitting out eating Christmas dinner, and if you're in somebody else's house, you put a mask on. But I think we're just going to avoid that this year, and we'll probably face that in January. So for me, go around to my mum and dad's, swap presents, then go down to my wife's family, have Christmas dinner there, eat too much, drink too much, and then fall asleep in front of the TV.
So That sounds good. That sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. What about you, Mark?
We're going to host family this year, and we're trying to figure out where everyone's going to sleep. So I think that my in-laws might wind up in the basement where all my horror movies are. So I think we're going to have to hide those or lock it. I don't want to traumatize them if they open up. I purchased pieces. For a long time I wanted it, but it was one of your videos. You were just going into just how sleazy and the way you described it. I had to get it. So that's one of the many in there that I don't want to be pulled out from.
What you should do, replace the It's a Wonderful Life disc with pieces, and say, hey, while you're, I know you're in the basement, but here, watch It's a Wonderful Life this year. Like, oh, sure. And then they'll never come back again. That's one way to make sure that they don't come back again.
Good movie though. Both good movies. In some way.
Wait, I don't remember there being a kid putting a puzzle together and oh my god, that woman's naked. Oh my god, the kid just axed his mother in the face. Oh my,
is this someone a snuff film?
This is one of Mark's snuff films. Let's get out of here. We need to call the police. Oh, goodness gracious. What about you, Jeff? What's your plans for this year, man?
Going to my cousin's house, having dinner there for Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day we open presents downstairs. Pretty much watch TV. Yeah. Does
anybody do like the Christmas Eve? Like you can open one present on Christmas Eve kind of deal?
No.
Yeah.
I don't. We just go crazy with everything. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one present.
My mom's done it since I was a kid. I still have to go over there on Christmas Eve to open up. It's always pajamas. It's always you get pajamas on Christmas Eve.
Pajamas, yep. That was a tradition for me too. Pajamas.
See, I don't remember if we did that on Christmas Eve or not when I was growing up. So I don't remember. But I know a lot of people do have that little tradition of you can open one on Christmas Eve, just one. So
when did the in the UK, when I was my son's 18 now, but when he was growing up, when he still believed in Father Christmas, we never had this elf on a shelf thing.
Yeah.
Now, I mean,
no,
when did this?
Fairly new.
Yeah, because it was I thought it came from America first, but when did you guys sort of start doing it? Because we just copy everything you do, so I missed out on all that because my son was beyond the point of believing in Father Christmas, but around about the 2010s. It was just this became
10 years ago or something.
What is this elf on a shelf nonsense? I was like,
I've heard of it. What is the elf on a shelf thing? What is that?
No.
I don't know.
So the elf is sent there by Santa to keep an eye on the kid. And he gets into all sort of mischief throughout the night. And each night you have to go set him up and he did something. And the kid goes around to find the elf every morning.
What seems like that would scare the crap out of a little kid,
right? You forget to move the elf, and then you panic when you have a few moments awake before your kid, and you have to run down there and just throw the elf somewhere.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, jeez. See, I was kind of like the idea of what's it, the dirty Santa. Or angel trees and stuff like that. I wasn't aware of those concepts until literally just a few years ago. So
what is an angel tree?
Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead, Jeff.
No, what is it? What's an angel tree?
It's an angel tree. It's kind of like Secret Santa, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of my understanding of the angel trees. It's kind of like Secret Santa, but just fancy Secret Santa. And the first time I did dirty Santa or whatever it's called.
Dirty Santa.
dirty Santa. That sounded really bad. It was at an office Christmas party, and the boss brought in this homemade booze he'd made in his house. And the boss brings booze to the holiday party. So I'm like, no holds barred. Then if the boss is bringing booze, I'm getting lit. This is going to be a real party. So we're having dirty Santa where you can take people's gifts, if like there's gifts in the table, and somebody opens one, and you can either choose another gift on the table, or if they have a good gift, you can take their gift. So I'm like plastered on this homemade booze, whatever. I don't know what it was, but it was good. And I'm just acting like a total ass in front of all these people, taking all their gifts, even if they're bad gifts. I'm just taking them just so I can take them from people. And then I'm like acting like I'm blowing my nose with them and like, rubbing them under. I'm being really bad. You know what I mean?
After that, Piz started getting unemployment.
No, the boss and his wife actually had to drive me home that night. but they gave me the rest of the booze. They were like, "Here, you just take it." So
Nice.
Yeah.
They drove home and he was like, he has a problem.
That was a fun party. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I remember most of it, but yeah, it was a fun party.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. I guess the real question is, are you all ready for Christmas? Have you got your shopping done? Are you? No. Yeah.
Somewhat for me. I got just for a few people, but not the main family for me. So
yeah, I've got everything done. I've got a couple of things to get, and I need to get on it, but I'm almost done. I'm usually pretty good about, toward the end of November, especially early December, just buying. Sure, and usually everything's on Amazon, so you just sit at home or on your phone, buy. So
I'm sure Jeremy's getting excited, isn't he?
Jeremy's getting excited. He's yeah. He
any requests this year from Jeremy?
Just books, the usual books, lots of books. Which I mean, we've had quite a few people send stuff for him for our Christmas stream on the 23rd. So he's going to have like 2 Christmases. So he's pretty excited.
I mean, Jeremy's the real celebrity of the channel, Piz. So.
Oh, I mean, I know this. Yeah,
you're basically his PR guy at this point.
That's true. That's true. But Mark, are you ready for Christmas?
No, I got a long ways to go. Oh, I'm probably not 2/3 of the way there now. And my bad habit, though, is I keep, especially on Amazon or other websites, maybe other websites where I need to qualify for free shipping, I have an excuse to add in something for myself, and that's been my real shame this Christmas season, throwing in stuff for myself that I ought not be buying.
But you got to get that free shipping though.
Exactly. It's it's funny. That's actually I wanted to get Candy Snatchers from Vinegar Syndrome. I saw that a long time ago and was ready to get it, and I just couldn't complete the minimum for free shipping on that Black Friday. And I think I just wasn't being creative enough, and maybe I just couldn't be sold on. I was worried about taking the risk of buying one that I hadn't seen yet.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, I'm still haunted by that decision. That was a terrible shopping version.
I know what you mean though. When you can't hit that free shipping mark, it's like, am I gonna pay $4.95 for shipping? I could spend another $52 and I wouldn't have to pay any of that.
Mm-hmm. I'm like that too. And because in the website's like flash that right in your face the whole time. You only $10 more or $5 more for free shipping, and then you're like, okay,
shipping's $5. It's only 2 times 5. It's only doing that twice.
Exactly. Then you end up putting $50 more stuff in your cart, and then you feel good about now it's free shipping.
See, next time I won't have enough to get the free shipping, so I better go and get the other 3 things that I wanted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's how I went broke.
Yeah, that's true. True story.
Jeez. What about the weather in your all's neck? Mark, you're in Connecticut. What's the weather like up there?
Surprisingly mild today. We haven't had much snow yet, and unseasonably warm. We'll take it for sure. But it's so far hasn't. We got 1 day of snow really. That's all we've gotten so far. A lot of rain on Saturday, so Sunday we were out and about, which was good.
Mm-hmm. And Jeff, what about weather in your neck of the woods?
Yeah, pretty much mild, just like he said. I mean, it's cold sometimes, but then yeah. Hasn't been snowing or anything like that, but
yeah. And Mike, I know you said you typically don't get white Christmases, but what's going on over in the UK?
It's just pretty much wet, like it is like for about 11 months of the year. So, yeah, it doesn't really change much where I am. You know, it's usually fairly cold in the winter, fairly cold in the summer, and fairly wet all year round. So yeah, it doesn't really change, but very boring. Which I like. I remember a couple of months ago, I think Christian was on, and Christian talked about the issues his family had with the extreme weather you guys have, and I'll just reiterate, I'll take boring weather over crazy weather.
For sure.
Some of the way you guys, some of the stuff that you guys have to put up with is just crazy.
Yeah. I know. I know here in Kentucky, and I'm sure Jeff will have. Or hold on, I lost myself here. Okay, I found the window. Sorry. I know here in Kentucky, and I know Jonathan will probably back me up on this. The weather has just been so. It's fluctuated between it'll be 20 degrees in the morning, and then it's like 65 in the afternoon.
I have like a pile of jackets in my car because I start the day off in a jacket and I just dump it in the passenger seat on the ride home.
Yeah, exactly. I'll start the day with like a flannel shirt and a jacket, and then by the end of the day, I've got the sleeves rolled up on the flannel and the jacket hanging over my arm. So,
and it's within like 15 minutes. It's not like a gradual increase.
Yeah. So that's been this entire December. It'll be super cold, and then super like oddly pleasant. It's so weird.
We had some light thunder showers the other night.
I mean, and like it seems like we don't even get, if we have even much of a winter at all anymore, like it doesn't hit us until January, February, something like that.
So it's late February, March.
Yeah. So, like I remember, it seems like when I was a kid, I mean, December was cold. December was snowy. Now it's like
it's wet. That's all it is.
Yeah. It's weird. Piers, what's going on with The Hitcher being released on Blu-ray? I've not heard a thing about The Hitcher being released on Blu-ray. It needs to come on Blu-ray in the US, that's for sure. It's a shame that it's not. I'm shocked that it's not already, but there was that 4K release a few years ago. Forget who released it. It was Media Books, different Media Books. That was a pretty good release.
I never saw that movie.
You've never seen The Hitcher?
No.
Great.
Oh, great freaking movie, man.
Great.
Yeah.
On HBO Max, I believe.
Is it really?
HBO owns the film.
Nice. I gotta check that out.
The remake is the kind of film that kind of flies under the radar because the remake came out during that wave of remakes in the 2000s. Everybody's kind of forgotten about that film. Nobody ever really talks about it.
I don't hate it.
No,
it's not bad. Sean Bean for me doesn't really nail the role. For me, I mean, he's no Rutger Hauer. He's a great actor, Sean Bean, but he's not the right pick, I don't think, for the role.
Yeah, I just didn't see it. I didn't want to see a Hitcher remake. And like you said, it came out during that time where there was just like so many horrible remakes, one after the other. Every weekend was like just, here's the Prom Night remake, and here's the,
Prom Night.
Ooh,
that one was. I saw that one in the theater, and I think at that point I was like, I'm done with remakes. Done. So, and Orc, I was getting ready to mention Orc in the chat. Orc pronounces Sean Bean Scene Bean. So it's Scene Bean, not Sean Bean. So, Orc, how you doing, man? I hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a good holiday season. Cursed SpongeBob Popsicle, I'm going to be announcing the winners of the Bad Michael Myers Mask giveaway on the 19th, just before my Silent Night Bloody Night watch along. So
every year I watch it.
Oh, love that movie.
With
love
you.
that movie. Yeah. Oh, From my understanding, Don't Open Till Christmas is also supposed to be public domain. So maybe I can.
No.
I'd have to edit it. So not to get the channel taken down, but maybe do like a watch along to that, maybe. But we've got Eric Freeman in the chat tonight. Eric, how's it going, man? Eric shouting out Orc. So Eric's hanging out with us. Anything else on your all's minds for tonight? What about that new Matrix movie? Who's hyped for the new Matrix?
No, not really.
I was going to say, is it just me, or does there seem to be like no excitement for this new Matrix movie out there?
I guess not.
Why? I don't. I mean, I know sometimes December seems to be like a point to release big movies, but going up against Spider-Man is a bad move, in my opinion, because that is going to be taking all the money.
Yeah, going head to head against Spider-Man's gonna. Yeah, and let's see when it's coming out on the 22nd. Yeah, so do people still remember the Matrix? Do people still? I mean, to me, I mean, I was of age when that movie was really blowing up and everybody was talking about it, and it was like a huge deal. And then the sequels happened, and it really felt like the sequels kind of
killed it.
So I mean, I've not seen any real hype for this new Matrix movie online, to be honest with you. And like the trailer just looks kind of odd. Like it's a good trailer in that it's not showing you the whole movie, but at the same time, it's like, what's this about?
It's almost as if like Keanu Reeves, or they just said to Keanu Reeves, just play John Wick. I mean, I always associate with the original Matrix film. I know I shouldn't base the film on a hairstyle, but I always associate the Matrix films with Keanu Reeves, either with the short back and sides or with the shaved head. And in this movie, he's basically just looks like John Wick. Yeah. And I just can't get John Wick, because that is now. People have kind of this generation of moviegoers now have totally forgotten about the Matrix. They associate Keanu Reeves with John Wick.
Yeah.
So when you see a trailer with him looking like John Wick, I don't know. That maybe they should. I don't know. I just think they should have changed his look up slightly. Maybe to take him back to the old Neo a little bit. Maybe.
Well, and like I looked it up here, like to see what the plot was, and the plot is, according to Google, plagued by strange memories, Neo's life takes an unexpected turn when he finds himself back inside the Matrix. Didn't he die at the end of the third Matrix movie? Didn't Neo die?
I think did he?
Is it?
So I mean, but now he's going to go back into the Matrix, but he was dead. I don't know. I think it's going to tank. I think it's going to tank big time.
Yeah, especially because it's called Resurrections. Usually movies don't do too good with that. That's
well, around the holiday, yeah. So I don't know. I think it's going to tank, especially if it's going head to head against that Spider-Man movie. Yeah,
that's going to do major money.
Yeah. Especially because, I mean, I think the cat's out of the bag about that one. It's bringing together all three of the Spider-Man universes. Yeah. Like there's Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. They're all coming together. So,
and I think a lot of people who've like maybe not gone to see Eternals and Shang-Chi are all going to, because I think a lot of people felt disconnected from Eternals and Shang-Chi because it didn't, because obviously people who've like gone the journey from Iron Man to Endgame, they brought in a totally new cast of characters with this Phase 4, and with Spider-Man, with the new Spider-Man, they bring in some of the old team back. So I think a lot of people who were maybe weren't sold on the new films are going to go straight back with the new Spider-Man film. I mean, it's predicted to do $1 billion. So
mean,
how that's going to fare for Matrix, I don't know.
It's just everybody's gonna go watch Matrix. Everybody's gonna go watch Spider-Man, and I just think the Matrix is gonna, Matrix is gonna be in trouble. Nico says the Wachowskis' best movie is Bound. Period. Bound is really good. Has everybody seen Bound?
No.
Bound is really good.
Yeah.
Dudes, I gotta hop off here, but it's been real. Thanks for letting me on, Piz.
All right, Jonathan, take care, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, Bound has a really great atmosphere to it. I was really caught off guard when that came out in the 90s, I think, and I rented it and was so impressed with it. Jennifer Tilly makes a funny reference to it actually in Child's Play, or Chucky. I got a kick out of that. She's talking to, I think, some teenager and says something like, "You're too young to have seen Bound," or something like that.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. I was looking up Bound here to see what kind of Blu-ray release it's got. It got an Olive Signature Collection release on Blu-ray. 2018. So that might be worth looking into. Upgrade my old DVD of it.
So what is that about, Bound? I've never seen it. I can't give it away.
Well, no, I mean it's like a crime noir kind of thing.
Okay.
It's a little sexy. Just watch it. Jennifer Tilly, Gina Gershon. You can't go wrong.
Sounds good.
You can't go wrong. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. Supposedly Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be in it. Yeah. That's the I think that I think they actually did a smart thing in leaking that, because now that gets everybody. They've not confirmed it or anything, but like everybody knows it's going to happen. So they're like, oh, we've got to go watch it now. The Matrix what? Well, we've got to go watch this new Spider-Man because it's going to have all three universes collide.
Sounds good though.
What about Christmas Evil? I love Christmas Evil, Dirk. Love Christmas Evil. Mark, have you seen Christmas Evil?
I love Christmas Evil, and hearing about your work party you attended with the boss bringing in his homemade booze made me think of the holiday party in Christmas Evil. When it really starts to go down. There's like some guy from staying with a boss, I guess, and anyways, the main character becomes obsessed with some charity, I think, and saying we're not contributing enough to. Oh my God, that was brilliant.
Yeah. And that's I forget the Lewis. What's the director's name? That's like the only movie he did.
Yeah.
That's the only film that he ever did.
He was this week.
He used to be active on Facebook. Lewis Jackson. That's right. Lewis Jackson. He used to be active on Facebook. I'd love to have him on the channel or do like a watch along or something with him to talk about the movie. It's really, I mean, it's one that just, to me, it just kind of gets better and better every time you watch it.
Hey, Norrin, and it's a good like cold temperature movie also. So I feel like it's a good one to watch. You got the heat turned on or a fire going, because it reminds me also of Madman. I thought that one, everyone looks cold.
Yeah.
So it's good throw under a blanket. It's a good place to be when you're watching something like that.
Yeah. And I love the ending of Christmas Evil. It just puts a huge smile on my face. I love that ending. Oh, so good. So good. Has anyone watched Roseblood? Is that, you mean the new Friday the 13th fan film, Alan? If so, I did watch it. There were things I liked about it, but it was okay.
Not even heard of it.
Roseblood, what's that?
It's like the
Jason thing.
It's a fan film. It's like a direct sequel to Part 7.
Oh, okay.
It's got Lar Park Lincoln in it, and Terry Kaiser's back briefly as Bad News Cruise, and
nice.
It kind of they bring in the Duke. They bring in the Duke. Yeah. So I like that they brought in the Duke. I just didn't like the actor that they cast to play the Duke. Stay away from the new Silent Night movie. Oh, not good. It sounds kind of interesting to me, but I've heard it's not supposed to be a horror movie though. But it does sound interesting to me. I will reiterate for anybody who showed up a little bit late, if you've not seen the Advent calendar on Shudder, watch it. I really loved it. Definitely going to be on my favorite movies of the year list for sure. So, anything you guys want to say in closing? We've been going for almost hour and 45 minutes. It's been fun. Anything, guys? Anything? Any final words? Anything on your minds you want to discuss before we call it a night?
One thing I will say, talking about, Chucky seems to have got all the attention in terms of like horror TV shows over the last like couple of months, and rightly so, because nobody's talked about the I Know What You Did Last Summer TV show. Certainly in terms of the people, in our community, like Nick Lost River Driving and like Jonathan and Christian, everybody seems to have been talking about Chucky. And I understand why, because I don't know if anybody else has seen I Know What You Did Last Summer, but I thought it was just terrible. I hated it. I hated that TV show so much.
I've not seen it, and I've honestly not heard anybody talk about it.
Yeah. It's just strange considering the legacy of, the original films. The first two films, discount the third one, but, with the exception of Scream, arguably the biggest franchise of the late 90s, but horrible character. I mean, really, really detestable characters, it just seems to be a trope now of like modern horror, where it's like back in the 90s and the 80s, you'd have like a couple of like, you'd have your jocks and your bitch, but with more modern horror now, it's like 95% of the cast are just, vain, vapid, horrible people, and
right.
This is like that. It's just you don't root for anybody. Everybody's so, it's I think it's just social media. It's because everybody's addicted, stuck to the cell phone, and it's just, it's quite a depressing watch, really.
Like I said, I've not heard anybody talk about it. It seems like all of the
it's on Amazon Prime now. It's Amazon Prime. It's not like tucked
Oh,
away
really?
on some. Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. It's an exclusive. So it's not like, it's on a major streaming service as well.
Yeah. I mean, Chucky really, the Chucky series really just kind of came out, and I mean, really, what I'd say one of the biggest horror hits of this year is the Chucky series, because I kind of thought there'd be the nostalgia of like you'd have the nostalgia of like the first 2-3 episodes, and then people would kind of the attention would kind of winnow off, and then but no, it's just I mean, I know Mark said he loved it, and I know a lot of people out there who absolutely love it. I know it got picked up for a second season, and I've seen the first 2 episodes. I liked the first episode, so eventually I'll get around to watching the rest, because I know it gets better from what I've heard. And you've got Jennifer Tilly in there, you've got Fiona Dourif in there, you've got Andy Barclay in there, and so, and the lady from part 2, can't think of her name, but
yeah,
Kyle, I think.
It's like the
Kyle, yes, that's it. Kyle, yeah. I just pictured young Andy Barclay screaming, Kyle. That's it. That's Kyle. Yep, it's Kyle. Charles Bronson in Breakout, free on Amazon Prime. Love to know your thoughts. I really enjoyed that one. Breakout. I don't know if I've seen Breakout. I'll have to look into that one, Nico. I almost went on Kino Lorber's website today and bought like all of their Bronson stuff, but I held off. But I probably will still do that though eventually. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. This has been a lot of fun. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you, Mike. I know it's probably about 3:00 in the morning over there in the UK.
It's 2:50.
So I was close. I was close.
Yeah.
But it's always fun hanging out with you, shooting the bull. So I thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Where can we find you on social media?
On YouTube, The Real Fifth Beatle, and the same on Twitter.
Okay, very cool. Mark, you made your debut tonight, and it was it was a pleasure having you here, man.
Real pleasure. Thank you so much for your hospitality. Really nice to spend the time with you. Thank you.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Mark.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks for staying up late.
I know.
It was a pleasure, Mark, and hopefully the first of many.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed.
Right on. Let me give some shout outs here. Shout out to Lopke Vision Films for the $5 super chats, and shout out to Nico for the $10 super chat. Appreciate that, fellas. Let's see who's still with us here. Nico says, Mark, bravo. Let's see. We've got Nico still here. Lopke Vision Films, Queen Fan 05, Allen's Movie Corner, Dirk Jason Hall. There's Jeff in the chat. He had to go walk the dog. When you got to go walk the dog, you go walk the dog. Robert Long, Mode 7, FACD 183, Norin Rad 89, Cursed SpongeBob Popsicle. I love that name. We had my buddy Eric Freeman hanging out in the chat earlier. Eric, I hope you're doing well. Orc, we had Orc in the chat hanging out tonight. Hope you're having a good holiday season, buddy. And it was fun. Mike Barrett was hanging out with us tonight also. All right, so there's Cliff Booth. Cliff, take care. Jess, Cable Channel 9, still here hanging out. All right, so you guys have a great rest of your night. I will be back the Sausage Factory. Region Free returns this Thursday for our holiday episode of Region Free. So make sure you tune in for that. If you're not subscribed to Region Free, make sure you do so. Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Jeremy and I are going to do our Don't Open Till Christmas live commentary. So be sure to tune in for that. On the 19th, I'm going to be doing my annual Silent Night, Bloody Night live watch along. But before that, I will be announcing the winners of the Bad Michael Myers mask giveaway. And then on the 23rd, we're going to be doing our Christmas stream, and that starts at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there you go. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you again, Mark. Thank you again, Mike. Thank you to Dan, who was here and had to leave, Jonathan, who was here and had to leave, Jeff, who was here and had to leave, and who am I missing? I think that was it. Oh, we got one final super chat coming in. Dirk Jason Hall, thank you for the $5, sir. Great stream. Appreciate that. And Feb, sir, thank you for tuning in over on Twitch. Very kind of you. All right, you guys have a great rest of your night. We'll see you again real soon. Take care and peace.
See you guys.